Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's DAYYY Media coming at you with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Obviously the big mega fight that everybody wants to happen, but we're on the edge, essentially waiting for this fight and any updates that they may have about it. Currently, Terence Crawford was on a podcast. He talked about the importance of this fight happening, and he does feel like it's going to happen very soon. Obviously, as fans, we really literally can't wait for this fight. It's something that the whole boxing world is like, everyone's checking their Twitter every now and then to see updates from Mike Coppinger and just to see if there's anything about the fight, just because we've heard bits and pieces, but it seems like Errol Spence is more confident than Terence Crawford. So usually when you're hearing different things, that means you're pretty far from the fight actually happening. But I'm just curious I kind of want to know whether you guys think, if Terence Crawford were to stay with Top Rank, do you guys think that maybe this fight would have definitely happened, but it definitely would have taken more time? Maybe gives it more time to build even higher, or do you guys think it's at the peak where it's just like they need to fight? We don't want to wait anymore, and who cares about the animosity? Who cares about the pay-per-view buys? Who cares if it's not on the Pacquiao Mayweather level? I want to see this fight happen, and I want to see it right now. So let me know in the comments. I personally think, even though I do want to see this fight, I feel like as these negotiations play on and everything kind of there's always that drama of what's taking so long for the fight, and then Errol Spence's team and Errol Spence are going to have their story about what they're going to say. Hey, it's not our side, it's from the other side, and then Terence Crawford's going to say, no, it's not us, that's a lie. It's Team Spence, it's we've been ready to fight. That's usually how it goes, and then sometimes that builds some more beef that kind of maybe will increase ticket sales and creates more of a narrative for the fight, but it's not so much associated with boxing. It's trying to make sure that these fighters get paid, because at the end of the day, this is probably the most dangerous fight and most threatening fight for both of these fighters. And figuring out if it's going to be Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, or Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, on the fight posters and everything, who walks out first. I personally think, just give it to Errol Spence if you're Terence Crawford, because Errol's been so much more active. I know it's not Terence's fault necessarily, but he finally made the step to leave Top Rank and kind of take control of his career, and he knows that he wants the Errol Spence fight. So if he wants it that bad, someone's gonna have to sacrifice, because we know that the winner of this fight's gonna be making even more money. That just levels them up. When you're undisputed, there's nothing that people could say, and even though there's also the side that Terence Crawford has one of the belts. So if he fights Errol Spence and wins, he gets them all. He's undisputed. Then he's calling the shot. So it's very touchy. In terms of negotiations, do they split it 50-50, or does Earl get more because he's he has three of the belts? He's closer to undisputed than that of Terence Crawford. Where do you really draw the line? I'm not saying that I would have liked Terence Crawford to stay with Top Rank, but I feel like Bob Arum has definitely realized he was serious about wanting that fight, and he left and the lawsuits took place. So not saying that he should go back to Top Rank or anything. Who knows, though, maybe he will. But I think that Terence, he needs to really figure out if he's gonna be the one to sacrifice, or if Earl wants to sacrifice too. That could happen, but I just feel like Earl has a stronger case for the A side than Terence Crawford does. Not saying Terence Crawford, he's not on the same level of Errol Spence. This is probably one of the closest fights that we've had in boxing for a while. So somebody's gonna have to sacrifice. I wanna know from you guys. Do you guys think the person sacrificing should be Errol Spence or Terence Crawford? And let me know why in the comments. I personally think it's Terence Crawford who should be a little bit more open to just be more lenient, because this is the fight that if you're really confident that you're gonna win, you're gonna blossom even more, you're gonna thrive and strive even more. So let me know in the comments, who do you think should kind of put their pride aside, and then maybe take the B side. And it's not even the B side, it's more like the the A2 side, if you will. But let me know in the comments who should be sacrificing, Errol Spence or Terence Crawford. Let me know why in the comments. So that's basically going to cover it for this video. I want you guys to like this video, run the sub number up. I think we're around like 40-ish. So, thank you guys for the constant support, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.